Welcome to our sales pitch of the Flywheel Battery. Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Michelle.
As we all know, our current energy plan isn't the best, and it's not that very beneficial to our environment and our world. As we all know, we've had many problems with batteries in the past, and for an example, like the lithium battery, that it just had major impacts that were not good.
Most of the batteries used today are not only terrible for our environment based on what they release, but also they cause deadly effects and horrible accidents.
You're all here today to witness our pitch on Flywheel batteries. We think it's the best alternative for our environment.
How does the redox reaction work in the flywheel battery?
Due to the lack of periodic elements, there is no redox reaction or chemical reaction in this battery.
This battery relies on kinetic, potential, and mechanical energy due to the piston moving up and down and creating a friction and a fast-moving paced motor.
Why are batteries an important part of our future plan?
As we all know, many sources of energy like greenhouse gases and just nuclear power plants are really negative to our environment, and we think batteries are going to have a really positive impact in our future.
So, what's the structure of the flywheel battery and how does it work?
Mainly, the flywheel battery depends on the shaft, which contains a rotating disc.
This disc speeds up when electrical energy is applied to it.
When the battery runs out of energy, the disc is then slowed. After the disc is slowed, it takes the kinetic energy and converts into electrical energy for the new battery cells.
With this new energy, it can be transferred to where it needs to be required.
How is this battery going to be an important part of our future energy plan?
The battery is beneficial in many ways, and one of them being is it has a short recharge time.
As we said before, when it runs out of energy, the disc slows and speeds up and quickly gives new energy to the battery. Another benefit of this battery is that it requires no periodic elements.
For example, there are cases like the lithium battery, and you'll see all over the news that because of the elements inside of it, there has been problems that it just blows up. We will never have that problem with this new battery. Another good selling point about this battery is the lifetime depends on the charge and the cycle.
With this, it means the amount of energy in the battery is dependent on how much the cycle runs. So if you let the cycle run for a really long time, it's going to have a really long lifetime. Another big benefit is that this battery has less overall cost than other ones.
People always want to find the cheapest products they can. So not only is this battery a lot cheaper than the other competitors, but also it is so much safer and has definitely more improvements. This battery is also very eco-friendly, so while the battery is being created, there is no toxic pollutions being sent out into the environment.
Another eco-friendly benefit is that most of the energy is actually from the sun. It uses solar panels to create a lot more energy for this battery.
The flywheel is not sensitive to temperature, so no matter what environment it is around, there is no risk of having dangerous effects happen to it.
So, what are our current and future energy plans and how can they be improved?
For big companies, for example, this flywheel battery could be used for the big engines, so not only is it cheaper for the companies, but it also is more eco-friendly, so overall it has a great domino effect.
Another example is that NASA also uses the flywheel battery to power a lot of their machines to help the expeditions in space in the future.
How can the flywheel battery be improved?
There are improvements that need to be made to the battery. For example, the battery depends too much on the disc and the piston. So if something were to go wrong, we need to have a substitute so that the battery will keep on doing the process. For example, the battery is used in a car engine. If the piston and the disc breaks, the car will completely just stop. So if we had an alternative for these parts, the car would keep on going. Another con that needs to be addressed for this battery is it is not as fast as its competing batteries because it lacks some of the energy sources that the other batteries have.